Hi, welcome to our Getting Started series for new RVers. Today we're going to give you a step-by-step process for setting up your fifth wheel at an RV park. Keep in mind that this process is suitable for most fifth wheels, but situations vary, and we absolutely suggest that you refer to your owner's manual if a question arises. So you've arrived at the campground. You'll generally need to check in with the main office so they can give you a map and your site number. They will also typically give you a list of rules for the park. First thing we recommend is to look over your spot. Can you back in without hitting a picnic table, a fire pit, tree, or other obstacle? As you back in, you want to make sure you have enough space to extend any slide outs and to extend the awning, and check where your water and electrical connections are located. If there's a sewer connection, make note of that as well. Once you are in place, you want to get the fifth wheel level from left to right. Leveling is critical because it not only makes it more comfortable to use the RV, but also the operation of the refrigerator and drain runoff of the air conditioner relies on it being level. If you have automatic levelers on your unit, you don't need to worry about that at this point. But if you don't, follow this method. Move the fifth wheel into place and look on the front level to see how far out of level the fifth wheel is. Most levels have graduated marks. Each mark represents one leveling block. Put the appropriate number of leveling blocks next to the tires on the low side of the fifth wheel, building a pyramid if necessary. Push the leveling blocks in to where the tires will be and back the fifth wheel over the blocks. It should now be level left to right. If possible, go ahead and put a chock in front and behind each tire to make sure it doesn't roll. It also pays to go ahead and install tire locking chocks on tandem axle or triple axle units to immobilize the fifth wheel. Once level side to side and secured in place, you can disconnect the fifth wheel hitch. Consult your hitch owner's manual, as there are different types on the market that are disconnected in different ways. Pull forward slowly to verify that everything is disconnected. Ultimately, pull forward far enough to put about 5 feet to 10 feet of space between the truck and the fifth wheel. Now you can check the level on the side of your fifth wheel. If you don't have automatic levelers, just take the landing gear up or down enough to make the unit level. Once level, we recommend hooking up to your power. Make certain you have the right power connection. If you have 30 amp service, you'll need a 30 amp plug. If you have 50 amp service on your fifth wheel, you'll need a 50 amp plug. Alternately, you'll need a dog bone adapter so that you can manage between dissimilar amperages. Turn the circuit breaker off and then connect your surge protector. Although most campgrounds have good electricity, some do not. Therefore, we recommend a high-quality surge protector. Now is a good time to hook up your water. Start by opening the spigot and letting the water run until it's clear. A must-have is a good water pressure regulator. Some parks have extremely high water pressure. Be sure to connect the pressure regulator on either end of the hose. A good water filter is also a must due to poor water quality in some areas. If you have a permanently installed one, there's no action needed here. If not, you want an inline filter. Then connect the hose to the inlet on the RV. Now you can open the spigot and let the water flow. If there's a sewer inlet at the campsite, you can hook up at this point. Start by putting on some quality waterproof gloves so that you aren't touching any raw sewage. Connect one end to the outlet on your fifth wheel and the other side to the inlet for the sewer. There are typically 2 slide valves on the fifth wheel. Generally, the smaller one is connected to what is called the gray tank. This is where your used sink and bath water is held. The larger handle is connected to the black tank, which is where your sewage is located. Keep the black tank closed until you're ready to empty the black tank contents. Leaving it open continuously will allow residue buildup in the black tank, causing future expensive repairs. The gray tank valve can remain open as the shower water tends to fill the tank quickly. However, before emptying your black tank, we recommend closing the gray tank to reach at least 1/2 full. After emptying the black tank, close the black tank valve, then open the gray tank valve to rinse the sewer hose of leftover black tank residue. You don't want to have both open at the same time due to the real possibility of cross-contamination. With gloves on, be sure to remove the hose from the fifth wheel side first. Lift it up to ensure all remaining liquid flows into the sewer inlet. Then disconnect from the sewer. The hard part's done. The best next step is to extend the slide outs. First, make sure there are no obstacles inside or outside that will obstruct the slide's operation. It is recommended you use a phone, radio, or just good old-fashioned yelling so someone checks the outside while the slide is being extended. Extend until it stops moving, but don't overextend. This is a good time to recheck your leveling, as the shifting weight could have caused it to be off slightly. Turning on the propane is simple. Just turn in the appropriate direction and it'll be on. Where there are 2 tanks, it is recommended to only use one at a time. It's a good idea to test light your range at this point. Turn on your water at the kitchen and lavatory faucets separately. Check all your cabinets. Items tend to shift when in motion, so open them carefully and make sure nothing falls on you. Turn on your air conditioner, refrigerator, water heater, etc. Don't forget to put your toilet chemicals into the toilet and flush them into the black tank. Then let water run into the black tank for at least 30 seconds so there's plenty of water to activate the chemicals. And now we're ready to have some fun. Let's open up the awning and enjoy life. While the initial setup may seem extensive, it becomes more streamlined over time. And in short order, you'll be able to pull this off with roughly a 15 to 20 minute time investment. Always avoid rushing or distractions during the setup so that you can avoid mistakes. If you have any questions, contact your local dealer. Safe travels. Have a wonderful trip, and thanks for watching.